We're back. We're back.
Burns and multiple fractures and is in critical conditions.
We're back.
Fire officials say he will be taken to a burn center. I'm told the man was inside of the home at the time of this explosion. As I mentioned earlier, there are 3 dogs on the property. Fire officials are still working to get them out.
That was yesterday.
Earlier, we heard from some neighbors who described what they heard this morning when this explosion went off. Let's take a listen.
I heard an explosion. I mean,
not seen the fireworks, but that is what the man critically injured did manage to tell arriving.
Back out here live right now, fire officials say the cause remains under investigation. Officials say this explosion may be linked to fireworks, but again, crews remain here on the scene, combing through this property, trying to figure out exactly what happened here. We're going to continue to bring you updates right here and online as soon as we learn more. Live in Pacoima this morning, Camilla Rambaldi, NBC 4 News.
Camilla, and I see that a few of those streets are blocked there behind you.
Yes, the streets here have been blocked off, so neighbors here have been having some trouble trying to get in on this street near Remington. So again, the closure remains in place right now as this...
Okay, so these are just some clips from yesterday. We're not going to do the whole thing, but there was this house explosion. We're going to do the press conference, which just happened. I want to get the updates, but there was this house explosion. These dogs are trapped.
Police are not saying whether they're considering filing any charges against him or anyone else.
And supposedly in Pacoima, somebody in the news said this was illegal to even have fireworks. I don't know.
Obviously, the well-being of that person is the priority at the moment, but we also are aware that there's potentially illegal materials inside of the home. So once the investigation proceeds a little further, then we'll have some more on that.
The blast led to 26 homes being evacuated, with dozens of families and people wondering when they can return. Salvador Del Toro was home when the explosion happened.
Boom, very bad. It's moving like this. And
shaking the house?
Very shaking the house, like things a hurricane.
But now, like so many of his neighbors, Salvador says he's just frustrated by the entire situation.
I feel bad because he kicked me out when I don't do nothing, right? And see what's going to happen.
Meanwhile, officials say 4 dogs were found on the property after the explosion. This newly obtained video from the LAFD shows firefighters rescuing one of the dogs. The LAPD says all 4 dogs are now safe.
Okay, I just wanted to capture that because I know that was one of the priorities for people, especially the dog lovers. Like, what happened to the dog? The dog's okay? All four dogs are okay. The guy's in critical condition. Nobody's asking about the guy. But he caused this shit. And as far as the fireworks, it's the guy that reported, the homeowner. Look at the damage. He's the one that reported. The thing blew up. It's fireworks. But some reporters had even said this looks like almost like a gas explosion or something. But the other thing too I had heard is that the materials inside looked like somebody was making fireworks. Not just that, like, oh, he had a couple fireworks laying around and it just accidentally went off. It looked like he was manufacturing fireworks.
With serious burns and multiple fractures and is in critical conditions. Fire officials say he will be taken to a burn center. I'm told the man was inside of the home at the time of this explosion. As I mentioned earlier, there are 3 dogs on the property. Fire officials are still working to get them out. Earlier, we heard from some neighbors who described what they heard this morning when this explosion went off. Let's take a listen.
I heard
Yeah, we just heard that. Okay, so I think we can skip now to the presser that just happened, Mayor Bass, but you can see the major damage. I just can't imagine living in a neighborhood and like this shit out. Like, boom, man, you have kids. It's probably pissed off too. You know, what the hell are you doing, man? You could have killed somebody. Killed the dogs. Okay, here it is.
Burn, thermal gel, the city.
And I'm Michael Brownlee. One man was taken to a hospital. 26 homes were evacuated. And before it's Jonathan Gonzalez live in Pacoima with the very latest for.
In here any minute, the mayor.
I also want to recognize Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez and her office for her work on this incident. The city has mobilized in collaboration with the Red Cross to provide support. Federal agencies have stepped in to provide support. And I want to thank the ATF and the EPA for being here with us to safely address this issue. As you are about to hear from public safety officials, the safest path forward to dispose of these incredibly dangerous materials is what is called a controlled burn, which will begin this evening. All other options have been examined. Public safety leaders have made clear that it is unsafe to enter the property because of the unstable and dangerous materials inside. It is also unsafe to transport these materials elsewhere in the city due to the risk it would pose to all Angelenos. This action is being taken for a very clear goal. First, to protect Angelenos. Second, to protect surrounding homes. And to protect the surrounding neighborhoods. Thermal gel has been placed on neighboring homes to keep them safe. A specialized metal mesh fence will be erected around the controlled burn to protect surrounding homes from possible projectiles from this operation. LAPD has already conducted additional evacuation door knocks in the area to provide information out of an abundance of caution. The EPA has monitors in place that will be measuring the air quality as the process continues and adapting evacuation warnings as needed. To everyone in the area, please follow the guidance of the police department and the fire department. The goal is to ensure the safety of the area, and that is exactly what we are doing in these steps that we are taking. Thank you, and please stay safe. And let me introduce the Chief of Police, Jim McDonald. Let me introduce the Fire Chief, Ronnie Villanueva.
It's the guy that took over for Crowley, I guess.
Ma'am, go very close to him so we can include you in the shot. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor.
Sure.
On March 20th at 9:01 a.m., the LAFD responded to 13556 West Remington Street on a reported explosion. LAFD resources arrived on scene to find a small single-family dwelling behind a main house with evidence of an explosion. They found one patient in critical condition with burns to 56% of his body, and those were second and third degree burns. The structure suffered partial collapse and 4 dogs were rescued from the scene. The LAFD transported the patient to the closest trauma center where he is still being stabilized before he can be transported to a burn ward. LAFD and LAPD are in unified command. We have remained on scene on this incident since it began, which was yesterday morning. We initially evacuated 26 homes, but have increased the evacuation to 60 residences as precautionary measures. The LAFD bomb squad has determined that due to the volatility of the material, it cannot be removed from the evidence, as mentioned by the mayor. After careful consideration between the LAFD, LAPD, bomb squad, ATF, and EPA, we will be conducting a slow burn using diesel fuel to mitigate the unconsumed explosive materials. The LAFD and LAPD have taken the necessary precautions to mitigate this incident with little to no impact to the area. We have taken the precautionary measures to protect the neighboring residences and confine the fire to the location where this incident occurred. Our primary concern is life, property, and the environment. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce to you the police chief, Jim McDonald.
Thanks, Ray. Thank you, and thank you all for being here with us tonight. I want to thank Mayor Bass, Councilmember Rodriguez and her staff, and our partners at ATF, the LA Fire Department, the EPA, and a variety of different city and federal agencies involved in this critical and complex operation. I want to also express our continued gratitude to the community of Pacoima for their patience and cooperation as we work to bring this to a safe closure. I'll just give you a quick rundown and incident summary. As you're aware, yesterday, March 20th at approximately 9 a.m., LAPD 4th Division responded to a house explosion at 13557 Remington Street behind us. LAFD confirmed a significant explosion had occurred. The resident there sustained critical burn injuries and was transported to a local hospital. A subsequent investigation revealed evidence of illegal fireworks manufacturing on the property. Our bomb squad recovered chemical powders, containers, and other materials consistent with pyrotechnic production. The ATF is leading the criminal investigation. At this time, the chemicals present in the home are unstable, highly volatile, and present significant risk to both first responders and the public. Federal chemists, the LAPD bomb squad, and partner agencies have exhaustively evaluated every possible method to safely remove or neutralize the materials. Unfortunately, some of these chemicals are reactive to water and can't be transported safely. As a result, a controlled burn is the only viable method to safely mitigate the threat posed on this site. I want to stress that this is a dangerous situation, and all members of the public should really avoid coming in or around this area until this situation is resolved. Excuse me. LAPD officers will be deployed to the area to ensure that individuals who do not belong in the neighborhood are kept out, and anyone who interferes with this operation will be subject to arrest. Additionally, drones are not permitted in the area while LAFD is operating the controlled burns. The public and residents need to stay away from this location, not only for their own safety, but for the safety of the first responders who are trying to bring this situation to a resolution so that this community can return to normal. On the evacuation and community impact front, community safety, as was said, is our top priority. Evacuation warnings have been issued to residents. We're evacuating houses between Terrabella North to Pierce Street and Laurel Canyon West to the 5 freeway. We'll also be using a reverse 911 system to ensure everyone receives official notifications. This is going to be a very potentially slow but a methodical and cautious approach. The City of Los Angeles is taking a deliberate, methodical, cautious approach to bring this situation to a safe and controlled resolution. As was said, a unified command post remains operational, and we're working closely with our public safety partners to coordinate every step of the burn operation. We'll have LAPD officers securing the perimeter, LAFD fire crews on standby, and air quality monitoring conducted throughout the operation by the EPA. We understand that this is disruptive and unsettling, but let me assure you this is about protecting lives and preventing any further harm. We're committed to bringing this to a close in the safest way possible. We'll continue to provide updates to the community and ensure all necessary support is available for displaced families. If anyone in the public would like additional information, please call 818-756-9610, and that's our Foothill station. I'll now turn it over to our partner, Special Agent in Charge Kenneth Cooper from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Ken?
Thank you, Chief. My name is Kenny Cooper. I'm the Special Agent in Charge of the ATF LA Field Division. We have responded in joint collaboration with the LA Fire Department.
So supposedly, hey Rachel, supposedly the explosion was fireworks. They have to investigate that because they got that from the homeowner. The homeowner said it's fireworks, but they're going to investigate it. Some people have observed this and said they thought it was more than that. They said officially that it looks like they were manufacturing fireworks, but some people have even speculated they look like a meth lab, like something just blew up. I don't know.
And LAPD, twofold mission. This is a criminal investigation, a joint investigation, both state and federal, and more importantly, the public safety aspect. We have brought in our special agent bomb techs and our expertise as far as assessing the chemicals and potential explosive material that's located inside this home. And together, as in a whole of government approach, we have come up with the most safe way to render safe, essentially a bomb. This house is essentially a bomb, and so we are basically notifying the public to render this explosive device essentially safe. We are going to use fire and a slow methodic burn to alleviate that threat to public safety. So we're working jointly in conjunction with them, with the fire department, with hazmat, with the bomb team, with the EPA, to make sure we do this in the safest manner possible while also preserving a potential state or federal criminal investigation. Thank you.
Open it up to any questions.
Oh, I think he's going to speak.
Okay, good.
Buenas tardes, soy Teniente Elpidio Orozco, LPI-DIO.
Okay, so a little.
It would be a slow burn, Michael, with diesel fuel, although they didn't put any estimates on how long this would take.
Yeah, what they did was they expanded the evacuation order from 26 homes now to 60. Just as a precaution, they said a lot of this material is unstable, it's highly volatile, so and very reactive to water. So transporting them just isn't a possibility at this point.
They also
kind of show you're concocting over there.
Mentioned, as you said, they're expanding the evacuation from 26 to 60 homes. The homes in the area.
Wow, so they're taking the whole area out. I feel like they evacuate less homes for chemical plants that explode or fire. Just put on a mask. Everything should be fine. Just stay home.
Of this, they will be covering those homes with a protective gel and some sort of protective fence.
Wow, they're going all out. I wonder if they've done this for all the other explosions around in Cali. They got protective gel, putting up shields, force fields.
So as to mitigate any more damage.
Slow burn.
To the area. But, I mean, that was pretty stunning. I think we all assumed they would just.
That's what we've done up to this point.
They cut back. Q&A. So the audio is really, really low. I'll see if I can bump it up. But a reporter was asking, they said neighbors had called multiple times about this house. No, we're not aware of it.
Yeah, I heard about that when I came up here, that some of the neighbors were not happy with situations occurring in and around that house. We'll look into that further as we move.
That's crazy too, man. Like, they say see something, say something, right? And so multiple neighbors reported this. People are concerned for their safety. And what was done about that? Nothing. Just like when some of these child abuse cases happen. And you hear stories of multiple people called, multiple people reported it. They were looked into it. They said everything was fine.
Move forward, but I don't have any further background on that. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff is available either through open sources or south of the border, and bring it up and then be able to assemble it here. And it's driven by profit. Somebody makes fireworks, sells them bootleg fireworks, and makes a profit off that. And they're doing
the bootleg fireworks thing. Somebody had commented yesterday too and said that it's actually pretty profitable. Hey Tammy, were you in the last stream? You missed the show. If you were, I don't think you were there. Last stream was crazy.
I'll just mention that doing something like this, for anybody who's listening, doing anything like this, it's the equivalent of
they had a planned demolition that went really bad a few years ago. Check it out.
Having a meth lab where we see explosions in an.
Okay, hold on.
Doing anything like this, it's the equivalent of having a meth lab where we see explosions in a neighborhood. They put themselves at risk and they put everybody in the environment at risk. Extremely volatile, and the power of this, if you were to see this house, it's amazing what it did to the house. Right. When you see the roof came down on flat and pancaked on the house, that's why, as the fire chief mentioned, how long will it take? We don't know, because we really don't know what's under that roof. And so as they get in there, they'll be able to get an assessment. The community may hear explosions, further explosions.
Damn, bro.
I'd say don't be overly alarmed by that. It's controlled, but that could happen because there are canisters in there, there's barrels in there of different types of pyrotechnic material, and those are subject to explode once the fire reaches them.
And are they paying people to stay somewhere else, the people that they've forced out?
Yeah. Yeah, it's diesel fuel that's going to be the igniter on this, so that burns, and thick black smoke likely is going to be what they'll see. The way they engineered this was so that at a time when the winds are least active, they're able to get the smoke to go straight up and not into the surrounding community.
How does this compare to the South Central explosion?
Well, this one was done in. The scene was here when they got here. They extracted some material that they could at the time, but they made the determination that they were not going to put it into a containment container. to ship it anywhere else. This one of the assessments made is it's too volatile to move, so let's take care of it right here on the scene.
How soon after the burn will people be allowed back in their homes?
That'll be determined by the air quality measures by the EPA. They'll measure that very closely, and then any other factors, how long the burn takes, is the burn complete, do they need additional time to be able to do a complete burn?
Are we talking about days?
It could be. In some cases, I've been told across the country, there have been cases where this has taken an extended period of time, several days, and in other cases, they could be done much, much sooner than that, potentially in one night, best case scenario. Sure.
Have you made changes since 2021 in South LA when obviously things went very wrong and people were injured and homes damaged? What changes have you made since then?
Well, we have more resources that are out there, and actually now in our current budget, we're going to have more resources that'll be out there in that same area. So we're looking pretty good.
Based on the amount of explosives, do you have any guess on maybe how much this person has produced in terms of these explosives, or maybe how long they've been going?
Yeah, not at this point. That'll be part of the investigation. Yeah, ATF is driving the investigation. We're in support.
But they definitely were, it's clear they were making.
Yeah, oh yeah, very comfortable with that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
all.
everyone.
Thank you.
All right, I guess that's it.
Yeah. Brand new. Here for a month. No, I came from Las Vegas.
Ahorita, ¿quieres hablar con Jaime? Jaime Moy. ¿Te puede ayudar? Sí, yo tengo que ir con la alcaldesa. Sí, espera. Mucho gusto. Mira, ven para acá. ¿Cómo has estado? Mira, me regresé. Yo estaba jubilado. Sí, ya estaba jubilado.
So it says they use different stuff, oxidizers, fuel. Okay. Other different things as well. The only thing I could see is like
the Bulldog family donated $5 through Super Chat. Mel, have you watched On Patrol Live? It's on Reels every Friday and Saturday night for 3 hours.
I don't think I've watched it. I mean, aren't they on YouTube? I don't know if I've watched it. Patrol Live. I feel like I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it. I don't know if this is the same one or a different channel. Oh yeah, they're on. I was gonna say, what's today? Today's Friday. So they're going on today? What is Reels? It's on Reels every Friday. Texas Annie says she's watching it too. No, not the one on YouTube. Oh. Okay, Reels. Reels channel. I don't know if this is no, this is not a police one. I don't know what it is. You guys are gonna have to tell me about that. On Patrol Live files. Reels channel. On Patrol files. On Patrol Live. So is it like TV or something? It's on TV? Damn, content creator charged with murder after a man suffocated to death after paying her $11,000 to wrap him up in plastic. Oh, shit. Wow. Oh, on TV. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Reels on cable TV. Okay, I'm going to have to look into that. I didn't know about that. So there's some people that are into this type of stuff. They're like, tie me up, or wrap me up in plastic. I've heard of that. And so they'll pay people to do this. And so to get some type of plastic, just start wrapping your legs and wrapping your body, and eventually, I guess, to your face. So I don't know they're doing the covering your face and that shit. In a troubling incident, police are responding to an emergency call. Found Michaela Rylarsdam. Is that a woman or a man? Attempting to revive Michael Dale, who was unresponsive. Dale, 56, was taken to the hospital, declared brain dead, and later removed from life support. 2 years after his passing, Rylarsdam has been arrested and charged with a serious crime. It took 2 years? According to court documents, the night of the incident, Dale paid $11,000 for unusual activities. That might be interesting to cover. 5 people cover it now after I mention it. Requesting to be wrapped in plastic film, the woman's boots attached to his feet. Okay, have woman's boots attached to his feet and adhesive applied to his eyes. So he requested to be wrapped in plastic film, have woman's boots attached to his feet. What does that mean? I guess put on his feet, and adhesive applied to his eyes. So what, to like force his eyes closed? Like lock them closed or something? However, the situation escalated further, with Dale found having to tape his mouth. Okay. A plastic bag over his head. A plastic bag, additional plastic wrap, and more tape securing the layers around his head and neck. The medical examiner determined that the bag had been wrapped around Dale's head for at least 8 minutes, causing his passing due to the lack of oxygen. Rule is an intentional act. Rylarsdam provided her phone to the police, and the affidavit states that there was no evidence that Dale had requested the plastic bag. Ooh. Because you know what? At first I was like, well, he requested this stuff. Can you really get charged for this? I mean, I could see it's kind of weird, murky. But let's say he's into all this stuff and he requested, wrap me up in film, put boots on my feet, tape my mouth, close my eyelids, tape them, like glue them shut. I don't know what kind of adhesive, maybe tape. And then this chick, maybe she's into that too. She's like, you know what? I'm going to take it a step further. And just puts a bag over him and just leaves him there. Wow. Dexter. She has a husband and 3 kids. Wow. Caleb. Wow. I bet you most of these people didn't read the full thing. So it's going to be really interesting. I don't know if they can prove this in court. This will be an interesting case. Can they prove that he didn't? I don't think he wanted to die. But let's say there's people into this fetish stuff, and the person decides, I'm going to kill this guy, and it's just going to look like an accident. Whatever. You don't know. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I'd be paranoid. Like, how do I know this person is not going to kill me? Especially like you're paying somebody, probably random off the internet. Shit, even if I knew you, I wouldn't trust you to do this shit to me. So I can't get out. My hands are probably locked. I'm just stuck in saran wrap. Hell no. Jeez, what a crazy story. She got kids and married and everything. I get they're making a lot of money. And damn, I didn't think they'd be making that much though. $11,000? I'll wrap you up. I'm not gonna put no plastic bag on your head. I ain't trying to catch a case, but 11,000? I'm gonna step on you and wrap you up. Okay. I'll be back to wrap you up with some plastic. All right, I'll see you in a little 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Booty! I can't stand saran wrap. My skin needs to breathe. Same with leather. I would feel kind of really paranoid about this to do this, especially randomly. I feel very paranoid to like let somebody just wrap me up like that. Maybe for him, it's like a letting go of control or not being in control or something, you know? That is crazy. So, and I didn't get to ask this. I didn't even think about this. I looked at content creator and I thought like, I was just thinking, oh, she's like an influencer, a YouTuber or something. But now that they have it in parentheses, okay, Michaela Rallersdam. OnlyFans. I guess you're not allowed to say it over there. Wow. So yeah, they said it was a fetish session. We'll have to look at this. Hold on, let me see. A couple people hooked me up with the link. Let's see to bypass this. Boom. Okay, let's see. Beautiful. So Michael lay with a plastic bag, saran wrap, and duct tape sealed around his head. Michaela sat next to him with a vibrator. Oh, this is like a lot more detail here. And a cell phone filming content for her OnlyFans page. It was content for her too. Wait a minute. Is he taped up and she's just like, oh, maybe this was she was doing stuff to herself, I guess. The now adult entertainer and mother of three has been charged with murder. In April 2023, Dale, 56, and Reisler, 29, paid her more than $11,000 to come to his Escondido home and perform BDSM acts, according to the arrest warrant. When she arrived at 6 p.m., Dale appeared intoxicated. That's the other thing, too, man. Sometimes that alcohol, bro, or pills or whatever, you'd be doing crazy stuff on that. But nevertheless, she proceeded to spend several hours engaging in a fetish acts with him. Dale had several extreme, unusual requests. He wanted her to wrap him up like a mummy. In saran wrap, she obliged. He wanted her to gorilla glue a pair of woman's boots onto his feet. She obliged. Wow. Bro, I thought that like, I thought with the other, I guess on Instagram they have, it's almost a lesser censored place than TikTok, but it's still like you can't have adult conversation over there, I guess. Or I guess there's a lot of kids and stuff on there. I don't know, but I didn't know that, bro. Glued. Well, I wonder what's the purpose in gluing boots to your feet. He wanted her to gorilla glue a pair of woman's boots onto his feet, so she obliged. But investigators concluded there was no evidence that he ever requested her to place a bag over his head and secure it, which eventually caused him to suffocate and die. She was arrested and has pleaded not guilty. I think that might be a hard case. They say no evidence. How? Like text messages? Like how do they know that? Or was there video? I mean, if they have video, that's another story. Maybe the guy has cameras in his house. When police and fire personnel arrived at the scene, they found Dale unconscious and Rallersdam performing CPR. She denied placing anything, she lied too. She denied placing anything over Dale's head and told police that this was the first time she ever engaged in any fetish type behavior. That's such probably BS. I could tell you a story. I never do this to anybody. You're the only one. My friend Sue was like, people say that's bullshit. But yeah, with this lady in particular, I doubt it. But you never know. Maybe it is, because a lot of these ladies, let's say they're into that lifestyle, making some money on the side and stuff. Shit, if they get offered $11K, okay, you want me to wrap you up? But okay. You want me to glue you? Sure. Whatever. You want to shit on me? Detectives found several troubling videos on her cell phone. Ooh. Of Dale struggling to breathe, including some taking minutes before she dialed 911 at 10:10 p.m. She's effed. He had duct tape over his mouth, a plastic bag over his head, more saran wrap around that, and then duct tape wrapped around his face and head, securing all the layers to his head. The affidavit states he also appeared to have had saran wrap wrapped tightly around his neck. His head was sealed in a plastic bag for at least 8 minutes. Cause of death was asphyxia, ruled by the medical examiner. Ooh. Her pseudonym, Ashley Sincal? Ashley Sincal. Almost would sound like Ashley Sinclair. Ashley Sincal. Her Instagram account for Ashley Sincal, which has more than 11,000 followers, remains online. While her OnlyFans, TikToks, and X have been deactivated. I thought X was the free speech platform. I thought they weren't taking down accounts. What happened? Is this her? Ashley Sinclair. Oh, it's like private though. 11K private. Party. VIP fans. Instagram, TikTok, Cash App, Twitter. Milk and cookies. Yeah, her OnlyFans is taken down. TikTok's down. Instagram is set to private. Her Threads is down. Okay. Her social medias are pretty much. All right. Her Instagram links to her company, Sincal Entertainment, which bills itself as the #1 adult party entertainment service in California and advertises male and female strippers available for hire. She founded the company with her husband, with whom she shares 3 children. Its mission is to offer intoxicating entertainment with a professional flair, according to her company bio. Her husband, Brandon Riles Lardam, could not be immediately reached for comment. According to the affidavit, he was also involved in her OnlyFans business. Her husband did in fact get at least $1,000 more from Dale while she was in Dale's home. And her husband encouraged her to continue getting more from Dale by engaging in fetish behavior. Oh, so she's over there. She's doing the stuff with him. She's making that money. And the husband was able to tell her to coerce him, hey, get some more money from this guy. So the guy forks up another $1,000. And there's an April. She's back doing court in April. There's the date. I'm sorry. I said there's an April, I think. There's a date for a preliminary hearing in April. So I definitely want to check that out. So what's her name? I'll post it for you in the chat. Michaela Rylars Damn. Just posted it for you right there in the chat. Interesting, weird story. I really thought like it's going to be hard to prove it, but this chick actually recorded it. That's pretty wild. Why did she leave it on her phone? Or maybe they went and looked through her phone. 2 years later, she got arrested. She probably thought she got away with it. And the question is, too, is has she done this to other people? You know, you're in a compromising position. You're getting all this money. But why kill them? Why kill them? Because maybe that customer could be a repeat customer. You get them back again. You establish a relationship. You get some more money. Was she on something herself? Did she hate him? Did she want to kill him? Was she always fantasizing about this? And she lied to the cops that she had anything on his head, like any bag. And she had it on her phone. Why did she record it? Did she get off on that? Crazy. Yo, no, Luigi. I was trying to find the appropriate sound thing. I guess maybe that. I don't know. I need to expand the soundboard. All right, I guess that's it for now. I'm going to chill, but thank you guys so much for tonight. A lot of fun. The guy made it out safe. The last stream was crazy. Had a crazy super chat train. And thank you last night, Luigi, too. Last night was a lot of fun on the video, the live stream. People were like, what? What was fun? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And yeah, I guess I'm just going to relax. I feel a little hyped up. It's going to take me a while to like calm down. But I did take a nap too. Kanye West has unfollowed everyone and removed every post on Twitter. So it's like all that crazy shit has been saying didn't happen, I guess. Kanye. Love you guys. Take care. Be safe, man. There's so much crap going on. Be safe. Be careful. Be careful in the decisions you make. All right. Love you. Bye. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Subscribe. Love you. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Happy Friday. Happy spring break. Oh, thanks, Fish. Nice to see your tech gear on Amazon. Yeah. I have a listing of all my tech stuff on there. I'm about to check out an update. I have stuff on there that's tech. I also have some household products that I just love, that I think are amazing. Where's my Amazon thing? I don't even know. Amazon Icket Mail. Yeah, I have the tech stuff here. I wonder if I should make a fish tank thing, but I have the tech stuff here. Oh. Favorite tech, and I also have the favorite products. If you're ever bored and you want to check it out, this is fun. The zappers. The zappers. Oh, this product's not available. I gotta remove that. I use these TV lights. Grandma's Secret is the best. That shit is dope. Removes stains and smells and everything on the carpet or floor or whatever. This is a nice cleaning product. I have these speakers right here. I use this for my computer. I have it under my desk. So if I ever just chilling in here, sitting on the couch, and I want to play something out loud, not on the headphones, I do that. This cologne's right now is the one I wear right now. This is a really, really nice cologne. Doesn't give me headaches. I have Sauvage, but Sauvage gives me headaches. Smells good. Blue Chanel. This is my old school favorite. I used to use this all the time, years and years and years. I gotta update the list though. Oh my god, the brush! I lost the brush. This is the $300 brush. It says $260 now. This is the brush that I bought and somehow it's missing. Damn, did I really have this feet stuff here, callus? Yeah, I gotta update this list. Magnesium. This is one of my favorite products too. Magnesium. I'm probably gonna have one after this. It just kind of relaxes you. George Foreman died? Really? Let's see. I wonder how old he was. Oh, yeah, they're saying he died 76. Foreman was a 2-time heavyweight champion. Wow. 76 years old. I always think about the grill. Every time I think about this guy, I think about the grill. The Foreman grill, which I heard is good. I never bought that grill. I heard it's good, though. Wow.
Part alternation Mark Mandy L donated $19.99 through Super Chat. Fundraiser for your new hairbrush lol.
I'm gonna look around the house. I am gonna take a look around the house for it. Crazy. Rest in peace to the man. Lean, mean, grilling machine. Thank you, Manny, so much. Manny! I love that shirt. Oh, the massager. You saw it. Damn, Luigi, the things that you noticed. You could use it for that, too. They have the regular one of this. This one's like hot and cold, but I honestly don't really... I guess you kind of notice it. I almost like the regular one better. They have a regular version of this without the hot and cold thing, but OxiClean is amazing. You got to use OxiClean. If you do laundry, man, OxiClean. Dump some OxiClean in there when you're washing your clothes. It smells so good. But yeah, rest in peace to the man. Oh, man. Jeez. I'm assuming...
Kayla Marie donated $25 through Super Chat. For an Apple AirTag to glue on the back when you find the brush, haha.
Yo, Kayla, I lose everything. I lose my my phones all the time. I lose my glass. I have 2 glasses. I lose my glasses all the time. Today I lost my headphones, but thankfully the AirPods, Air Max, has GPS, so I was able to find it. It was in Maddie's room. Wow. Let's say he passed away peacefully, so I'm assuming he fell asleep in his sleep, or passed away in his sleep. Maybe, I wonder if that's, I don't know, maybe the best way to pass away, in your sleep. Wow. I like this picture. That's a cool picture. AirTag. Thank you, Kayla. I know, I don't do it. Oh, you do? The massage gun is really good. I think everybody should have one because sometimes I wake up with like a little crick in my neck. I use the massage gun. You can use it on yourself or have somebody use it on you, on your back. It's pretty nice. Sore muscles, stuff like that. Really good. All right, guys. Have a good night. Love you. Bye. Rest in peace to George. Peace.